Hello, it is 5 a.m. in Washington. It's 11 a.m. in Tripoli. I'm Monita Rajpal.
And I'm Zain. You're watching World One live from London. Also ahead, violence and chaos in Nigeria. Riots break out in the north as the election result goes
We begin
against.
this hour with a lifeline in Libya. The United Nations says it has reached a deal with the Libyan government to allow foreign aid workers more access to people who need help. The UN will be allowed to establish a presence in Tripoli, and a government official says a safe passage will be set up into Misrata. People in Misrata are urgently in need of food and medical supplies. The UN says conditions there are dire. On Monday, a ferry rescued nearly 1,000 people from the city and took them to the rebel-held town of Benghazi. As Ben Wiedemann reports, it couldn't come soon enough.
Throughout northern Nigeria, demonstrators took to the streets to protest the results of last weekend's presidential election. The winner was the incumbent, Goodluck Jonathan, a Christian from southern Nigeria. But in the mostly Muslim north, opponents are insisting that there was election fraud.
And on to Christian's report, we want to take a closer look at Nigeria. It is perhaps the most populous of all the countries on the continent. It's about 152 million people living there. And in terms of religion, it's about equally split between Muslims who live mostly in the north and Christians who live in the south. When we're talking about the economy, we're talking about oil here. It is Africa's largest oil producer and the second largest economy, but more than half the population lives in poverty, and that of course is a huge issue there for the electorate as they choose a new leader. And it comes to the government, well, it has quite a turbulent government. After years of oppressive military rule, Nigeria returned to a civilian government in 1999. Since then, more than 10,000 people have died in sectarian violence. Welcome back. It's a move that would overturn one of the most basic tenets of communism. For the first time since Cuba's revolution, the government could allow people to buy and sell property. The Communist Party Congress wraps up on Tuesday. It is expected to bring a major economic shakeup. Shasta Darlington has more now from Havana.
They rumble down city boulevards and country roads across Cuba. 1950s Fords, Buicks, and Pontiacs, some in mint condition, others on the verge of collapse.
The reason there are so many classic American cars on the streets of Cuba is because under local law, Cubans can only freely buy and sell those cars that were already here before Fidel Castro's 1959 revolution.
One live from London, dull and safe. May not be the greatest traits, you couldn't describe Zain that way, but they could hold the secret to becoming the perfect princess.
I think her boring aspects are in fact actually what she's got going for her.
The NBA playoffs have been full of exciting games so far. The top seed in the East could have easily lost on Monday if it weren't for their young superstar. Alex Thomas joins us now with the latest on that. Alex.
Yeah, I'm not the young superstar, but just a few days into the NBA playoffs. Pretty damn fast.
That disruption was Zain.
You know, that marathon running, it's just our game, you know. I mean, I think this was the 19th Kenyan to win the Boston Marathon.
What is it about? Is something in the water?
Yeah, we just have talent, you know, from a very young age. Like a lot of these people will run to school, for example, you know, something in the diet as well.
Oh, born to run.
Born to run. Even the London Marathon, 1, 2, 3 from Kenya. Mzuri sana.
Are you going to run?
No, I was actually watching on TV eating bonbons.
You didn't have the same diet on the water.
Pizza and a red wine,
Nice.
Chianti.
Someone needs to applaud.
Alex, thank you very much for that. Well, let's take a look at what's trending now on social media. Right now, at number 3, it's Apple versus Samsung. Apple is suing the maker of the Galaxy tablet computer, saying it copied the look and feel of the iPad. It is the first lawsuit related to patents and trademarks for the hit product. At number 2, Nigeria's presidential elections have been a talking point online for the past few days. Riots and violence broke out after President Goodluck Jonathan was declared the winner. People have now taken to social media urging calm and an end to the violence. And at number 1, Fidel Castro, the former Cuban president, says he has resigned as leader of the ruling Communist Party. The 84-year-old started handing over the daily running of the country to his brother Raul back in 2006. Fidel Castro says a new generation of leaders is needed to get the country's economy on track.
Watching World One live from London, I'm Zain Verjee.
I'm Monita Rajpal. Thank you for joining us. I want to give you a look at these pictures from Japan.
Yeah, we really love these. These are Japanese traditional performers. So what they're wearing is these devil masks for a flower viewing ceremony. And the temple is in Iwate Prefecture, right?
Yeah, it's one of the areas that was devastated by last month's tsunami. You're watching World One here on CNN.